Okay then guys, so we are back and we have got loads to go over today as we have just appeared to complete our major order, giving us a success message, although we managed to win it because of more help from Arrowhead yet again. On top of that, we've got some talks coming from Shams, Georgiani and Jojo with regards to the issues at hand because yes, another Tuesday comes and goes and no patch update. It's really odd, but Arrowhead are off to somewhere interesting tomorrow, so we're going to dive into all you guys need to know today. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful like button and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. Make sure you check out our incredible sponsor, Instant Gaming, the platform where you can get your video games cheaper for PC and console with the best deals, offers, promotions, and discounts. All leading up to 70% off on old and new games. The link's in the description. It's a no-brainer. And if you want to get involved with that giveaway, then this is our latest giveaway winner. Make sure that you get involved with the next one for super credits on the way up to that Halo collab by getting down to the comment section and putting any sort of spanner or wrench in the comment section. Wondering why we're not getting any more patch updates. It's been weeks now, man. It's been weeks. But with that being said, let's dive into the game and see what it is that's happening right now. So starting off, we have the success message, which is quite an interesting one and hopefully leads into some interesting moves moving in with the next major order. But it states right here, thanks to the peerless valor of the Helldivers and their steadfast dedication to the top tier duntainment, the promise and prosperity of Tyranny Park 2 can now be realized. With Borrock secured, all necessary biological assets acquired, and all designated Titan-class threats pacified, construction will commence immediately. Consumer demand is exponentially high, a testament to patriotic consumer confidence. Inspiringly, multiple corporate sponsors have pledged funding for a water feature memorial for those lost in the Tyranny Park 1 tragedy. Pioneering new safety measures have been integrated into Tyranny Park 2. Deep subterranean scanning will secure the subsurface. All backup generators are themselves equipped with backups, and all patrons will be granted personal defense weapons for the duration of their visit. Other exciting new features include youth tours that accumulate in age-appropriate group retribution against restrained terminated scavengers. With the construction of Tyranny Park 2, our citizens will find much-needed distraction from the horrors of war. And this is very interesting because the last time I checked, we actually had around 10% of the major orders charges to actually take out. So much so that I went to sleep thinking, well, we're not completing that one. This one looks pretty bleak. But apparently, the Baskinator came in clutch yesterday and gave a helping hand with the help of Joel altering some numbers yet again, pretty much securing the win for us. Baskinator states right here, word on the street is that Darius 2 and Acrid 3 also have problems. Gakris has a lot of problems too. And me, I've got problems. Now, this is hilarious because what problems could they possibly have? Well, if we look at the message that came up just before that one, Baskinator states, I heard that Fact Bay has a charger problem. So essentially what they did is they boosted up the number of charges because at level 10 it was 0%. So yeah, apparently they boosted it up to 750%, so I don't really know how much help we needed, but we evidently needed a substantial amount. So we did manage to win it, but unfortunately it was down to Arrowhead that we actually managed to do that. That or they actually just gave us the number of charges that we should have been having anyway, because no normal charges on a level 10 is absolutely criminal considering there's no full grouping of charges inside of the Galactic War terminals, meaning that no, you can't just take out any sort of charger. The behemoths and the spore ones, they all work in separate categories. Really odd, really odd. Hopefully they sort that one out one day so we don't have to go through this debacle again. Next up though, it's Tuesday, and you will have noticed that yet again we have received no patch update. I am so extremely confused because this game is in such a bad space. The only thing that my head wraps around is that we'll be receiving a day one patch coming in when Xbox launches a week today. Now, Shams Georgiani actually went into a bit more of the detail behind it because people were saying the game needs performance patches before the game launches on Xbox. And Shams states, I get asked this a lot and we're not planning on any dedicated only performance updates. The way we work is that for every content update, we also try to get fixes and performance improvements in there. Lately, we've not done good enough at the hardening process of the updates, plus the mountain of tech debt is also ever looming, making performance tougher. For the upcoming updates, we're taking a bit of extra care on performance and stability. We won't fix everything overnight, but it's definitely a focus. Now, the first part of that sentence, for the upcoming ... updates, really confuses me. You always have to read into what it is that Shams is saying because he always talks in between the lines. Really, really odd. But don't expect all of these things to be fixed anytime soon. Part of me even reckons that they're not even going to have them fixed for the Xbox launch. As Jojo states right here, we are aware of audio issues and working on long-term solutions. Now, again, the wording confuses me because, well, the audio was fine 4 weeks ago, which means whatever it was that was there 4 weeks ago was okay, and that was only a short-term breakage. So I'm not too sure why it's taking a long-term solution to be able to fix it. Not too sure where that's going. I'm really, really intrigued, but it appears that their focus is going to be elsewhere, as Shams mentioned inside a Discord that they have a little trip happening. He states, "Trip, where did I go? I'm heading over to Gamescom tomorrow." So yes, it appears that Arrowhead may well be at Gamescom, which could potentially mean a new trailer, a new drop of some sort, new content updates. It could mean absolutely anything, but Gamescom is one of the biggest and best events that we know of, and if Arrowhead are going to be there, they're there for a reason. So let me know in the comment section what you guys are thinking and what they could potentially be utilizing Gamescom for, or are they just going to the Gamescom event just to be nerds? Because, well, we all love a Gamescom event. Actually gutted that I wasn't able to go this year. If you are going, think of me, please. Nonetheless, though, we want to grace your presence of this beautiful image right here that received nearly 10,000 upvotes on the Helldivers Reddit, and the only reason why I'm posting it is because, well, I like it, okay? And that's no other reason other than that. I just like it. So let's take a look at what it is. It states right here, was going through my gallery and then I saw this. This is a gorgeous photo. This game is pure cinema, and if you guys are able to take these sorts of photos, just post them anywhere and everywhere. I love seeing them, you love seeing them, everyone loves seeing them, but this one is a beautiful one. Nonetheless, we're going to take a look into your top comments from the previous video, as we were talking about a lot, including the final stand of the major order, a content leak issue that's been happening quite a lot at the moment, and the want for the crossover tabs. Nonetheless, you guys had a lot to say as per usual. This one states right here, the only issue was not counting every kind of charger. Regular chargers don't appear as much in missions over 7. And yes, that is a problem, as they obviously have already clarified, the Galactic War Terminal, if you want to call it that, doesn't actually enable a grouping of a kind of charger. So we can only have chargers or behemoth chargers. The problem is that they just don't have that segregation point to be able to just bash them all together and put them in a group. Don't ask me why, because I have no idea whatsoever, but that apparently was their reason as to why that's the case. This next one states right here, what are you waffling about saying iron is unreliable? He showed the War Strider a year ago. Literally just showed us new mobs with full animations and abilities. Highly doubt it's fake. Now, if you guys actually listened to what I was saying, I at no means state that it's fake, and I do not state that Iron Sights is unreliable at all. I'm saying that as far as short-term leaks, this is not a reliable movement. Yes, he managed to leak the War Strider a year ago, and everybody thought that it was coming for the whole bloody year. What I'm getting at is, when you do look at these leaks, do not think that they are going to be here anytime soon. They may well be in development for the next 12 months before they inevitably come out. The problem is a lot of people are seeing these leaks at the moment and expecting them to drop in the next update, overhyping and then under-developing. Therefore, everybody becomes disappointed because they're not receiving what they get. So, no, I'm not wrong. I'm not saying that Iron Sights is unreliable, because he's actually a close friend of mine. He is reliable. He just obviously puts out what he knows. Doesn't mean it's coming next week. And finally, this one states right here, yeah, them saying illusionists are dead just proves they're closer. Laughing my ass off. There's always said that about enemies, ironically. Everyone knows bugs don't fly. Shriek is related a week after. We wiped out all of the Illuminate in the first war. They come back. This actually is very, very true. I actually do really like this. Now, unfortunately, it didn't come from an Arrowhead developer. It came from a moderator of the Discord, which don't actually work for Arrowhead. So I would not take that as gospel. But you are right. Everyone knows bugs don't fly was exactly what they stated when Shriekers were flying around the map, and we wiped out the Illuminate in the first war was exactly what they said before they came back to the game in Helldivers 2. So you are right, but not right in the same breath. You guys know what I'm saying. Nonetheless, that's all we got time for today. We're going to be live very shortly, and hopefully we'll have a good time diving with you guys. If you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe, post notifications turned on. Appreciate your faces, and as always, I'll see you in the clouds.